Xbox has stolen this feature from Google. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it right now. So this feature popped up recently that lets you launch Xbox Cloud games directly from a web search. The catch is that you have to use Bing. If you're signed into your Xbox account on whatever browser you're using, if you type in the name of any game that's on Game Pass Ultimate or available through Xbox Cloud Gaming, like Fortnite right here, the game will pop up at the top of the search and give you an option to jump in immediately. In this video, I'm using Microsoft Edge, but I've tested it on a number of other browsers like Chrome, Opera GX, and Safari, and it seems to work perfectly fine with those too. If you want to get your holiday shopping done early this season, check out the links down in my description because I have links to all sorts of stuff. Games, consoles, accessories, you name it. What's up guys, and welcome back to another edition of Xbox Ready. Just so you know, I'm gonna have 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If you like my videos but aren't subscribed, I would very much appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, set your notifications to all. Phil Spencer did an interview from home the other day, and behind him during these interviews, he always has different things displayed like action figures, gaming memorabilia, gaming merch, different awards and stuff, consoles. In this past interview, he had this mystery device on the very top shelf. It looked like a Series S, it smelled like a Series S, but it was really tiny. You could tell because there was an Xbox controller next to it that looked absolutely massive. It got me all excited, it got a bunch of fans on Twitter really excited, but then the official Xbox account came along and basically shut everything down, basically acknowledging that that was the old Project Keystone. But from what we know, they have since pivoted Project Keystone into a new direction, and that's got me wondering, what is that new direction? What are they hiding? What is this Project Keystone? What's it gonna look like? When's it gonna come out? So I thought I'd take this opportunity to provide you with a wish list with the ultimate Series K, Series Keystone, that is. Perhaps the best, or if you disagree with me, the worst Xbox streaming box that you have ever seen. So first off, the big question on my mind, is it gonna be a physical thing like what we saw on Phil Spencer's shelf, a kind of box, a kind of pod, a stick that you plug into your TV, or is it gonna be something just software based? If it's physical, that seems like a cool idea, having a box, a pod, a little tower. And honestly, I am a fan of this design that we've kind of seen on Phil Spencer's shelf. We've seen some renders of it floating around the internet. This little tiny box that has all the essentials, right? You have a USB-C cord if you want to plug in a controller or any other device. You have an HDMI port so you can plug it into your TV. You have an Ethernet port. I think that's the most important part for sure. Obviously the device that relies solely on cloud gaming, on game streaming. It's nice to have an option where you can plug directly into your modem in order to provide a more stable experience. Another thing I'd like to see if they come out with a physical Project Keystone, and we've already seen this in some of the concepts floating around, is a sync button for your controllers. That's something that's proven to be very easy. All you gotta do is just click the sync button on your controller, click the sync button on your Project Keystone box, whatever, and it automatically picks your controller up. Going along that same thought, it would be awesome if you can use the double tap feature on your controller that allows you to switch between devices. I really do enjoy the ecosystem aspect of my current Xbox systems, PC, Xbox. It'd be cool to see some of those features carry over into the Project Keystone. If they decide to go with a physical Project Keystone, a mini Xbox that's only for streaming, no matter what they put in it, no matter what features it has, the bottom line is that it has to be cheap. Now previously I've been like, I would buy this thing for $100, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't know, it should probably be even lower, right? We know that Xbox has a goal to reach 3 billion players through cloud gaming. So thinking about that, I would say that they want to get this thing in as many hands as possible if it becomes a physical thing. So I'm thinking, what is the maximum or the minimum price that I would go for an impulse buy? And what comes to mind for me is $50. And then maybe if they wanted to do a $100 option, they give you the box, they give you the pod, but they throw in a controller and they throw in 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate. Because then you have to start to think, okay, $100, $50, is it worth it for just a single gaming thing? I feel like they're gonna have to sweeten the pot a little bit. I know they were working on something like this to have a full interface where you can have other streaming apps as well as Xbox Cloud Gaming. As far as what the dashboard or interface looks like, I feel like this is Xbox's opportunity to hit us with that perfect dashboard that we have all been hoping for. I already did a video about what I think would be the perfect dashboard or what would make the perfect dashboard, so I'm not gonna go too into it, but just give us less ads, man. Just be straightforward with us. Give us what we want, no extra fluff. Don't mess around and be like, yo, do you wanna sign up for Freevee? Yo, check out this game on Game Pass. No, just cut all that. Maybe that's something they would have to do because hypothetically, this thing doesn't have as much processing power as a Series S or a Series X or your standard Xbox One console. But yeah, I feel like this is the perfect time for a good old-fashioned Xbox dashboard redesign. Hopefully they don't mess it up. But then thinking about a physical Project Keystone, it makes me wonder, how popular would this thing be? Obviously, there are things like the Roku Fire Stick, the Google Chromecast, but are those really even popular anymore? I feel like they came up during a time when smart TVs weren't really a thing. So people who wanted to access their streaming apps on their TV, they basically had to get a stick like that. But now it seems that every TV is a smart TV. You can buy one for like $200, like one of those TCL ones that comes with all these different streaming apps built directly into the TV. So I start to wonder, is this why that they pivoted away from that prototype we saw on Phil Spencer's shelf? The only thing I could really think of in terms of advantages when it comes to a physical Project Keystone, a physical Xbox streaming box, is a way to work around Apple TVs and Apple devices. We know that iOS doesn't play nice with other gaming companies. We saw that with Epic Games. That's why we have this bizarre workaround for Fortnite where you have to play it through the browser. And Xbox Game Pass. They don't want a native Xbox Game Pass app on their Apple devices because they want people to buy games off of their platform, the App Store. So having an Xbox streaming hub or whatever that you can plug into an Apple TV, I can see that's pretty advantageous, but is that enough for them to want to be like, let's pump out a bunch of these units and see what happens? Which brings me to my next point. What if the pivot means they're ditching physical and going full software? They're just going to focus on an app that you can download on your TV or whatever. That would make a lot of sense to me because I feel like Microsoft Xbox's main goal is to get people subscribed to Xbox Game Pass. And if they can do it by just like making you download an app versus making you buy this box, pod, whatever, 50 to $100, whatever it would be, I feel like they would skip that in a heartbeat to just give you the app directly and have you sign up through that, through your existing devices. This is something that we've already seen on Samsung TVs, only the 2022 models, but it's there. You can access the Xbox Cloud Gaming app as part of their whole streaming hub app situation. I feel like someone at Xbox was like, let's just do more of that, but instead of relegating it to just Samsung 2022 TV models, let's roll it out to a wider audience, to more devices. I could see them offering a bundle, which is a controller and a couple of months of Game Pass Ultimate, so you can use it on your TV that has the Xbox Cloud Gaming app. And we're already starting to see that Xbox is getting crafty with cloud gaming on other devices. Most recently, Xbox stole this really cool feature from Google Stadia, rest in peace, that is actually pretty clever, I will say. Jess Corden wrote about it at Windows Central. Basically, whenever you use Bing, the search engine that everyone always forgets about, if you search a game that is currently offered on Game Pass Ultimate, it gives you the option to play it off the cloud from the search engine results. Now, at the time when Jess Corden wrote that, he said that it only works on Microsoft Edge. But I tried it on Opera GX, I tried it on Safari, my buddy behind the camera, he tried it on Google Chrome, and it worked on all of them. But the caveat is you have to use Bing, because of course it's Microsoft's search engine. So when you connect your accounts that way, you can launch the cloud, it brings you to the xbox.com/play, and you're playing the game in a matter of seconds. It's a really underrated feature, I feel like, and it shows Xbox's willingness to get a little crafty in order for people to use cloud gaming. Another thing I think that Microsoft is doing that I feel like is pretty smart when it comes to cloud gaming is outfitting their in-house services with things that make the cloud gaming experience better versus when you play on other browsers. For example, in this write-up that Jess Corden did for Windows Central that I was just referencing, he mentioned that Microsoft Edge uses a different rendering engine for Xbox Cloud Gaming than other internet browsers, theoretically making the experience look better and run smoother. Now, this is not something I have tested out myself. Maybe that would make a good video comparing how cloud gaming runs on different browsers. We'll see, maybe in the future I'll do something like that. And he also mentions that his use of Bing actually gets some Microsoft rewards points that he uses to just pay for Game Pass Ultimate month to month. And I feel like, again, that is a really cool incentive, even though you are thinking like, man, I'm never gonna use Bing. I hate Bing. Bing sucks. Oh, but I could maybe get Xbox Game Pass for free. I can maybe accumulate those awards and get a pizza and a freaking Xbox Series X. Maybe that's just enough reason for people to go use Microsoft services rather than Google's. Now, me personally, I never had a problem with Google Stadia. Honestly, it's probably the most stable cloud gaming experience I've had to date. I played a lot of Destiny 2 through Google Stadia, so it was pretty nice. But the major advantage that Xbox Cloud Gaming has over Stadia is obviously the content, right? They put all their own games from Bethesda, from possibly Activision Blizzard onto the service at no additional fee, just a subscription fee. On Stadia, you could subscribe and get access to a library of games, but all the good ones, all the new ones, you had to buy separately, like you were buying like a physical disc or something like that. And while Xbox has the content I want, the games I want to play on their cloud gaming service, I wish that they could emulate the stability and the consistency of Google Stadia's performance. Are they just going to continue trying to find a way to put Xbox Cloud Gaming through your browser or through an app on your phone or your tablet? They definitely have to put on more TVs. That's 100% bottom line, something that they need to do, because it's silly to be like, Xbox Cloud Gaming, it's for everyone. Anyone can jump in and play our games, but you have to buy this like $800 TV that's brand new. No matter what Project Keystone turns out to be, whether it's a physical thing, whether it's a digital software-based thing, we know that something is on the horizon. The existence of this mystery console on Phil Spencer's shelf all but confirms that. Jez Corden put out this tweet saying, don't pre-order the Logitech G cloud gaming handheld device. Something better is coming along. What does that mean? Is he referring to a new handheld device? Is he referring to a new just cloud gaming device? We don't know, but something is coming. Hopefully something soon, because we need some excitement this holiday season.